Alright, so this is the episode on Saturday, April 13th, 2019. Hosting this week is me, Mick. I have a couple people here.
Browning's here.
Landon. Who are you?
Will Dobratz.
Will.
I'm Colby Chapman.
Colby. Alright. When's the last time you guys have been on?
For me, I think we recorded an episode where all we did was just talk about The Last Jedi. It's in the backlogs.
Can we talk about Red Dead too?
We talked about Red Dead a little. Those were two separate times. There was one where we just talked about The Last Jedi for like an hour and a half and how much we all hated it. But
it's garbage.
Wait, I thought... So Will, you hated it?
I grew to hate it. So I liked it at first.
Okay.
I liked it at first. Came on the movie, I was like, yeah, I really like that. And then I started thinking about more, and I'm like, wow, like it could be so much more.
Yes.
Yeah. For because if you take it for what it is, it's not terrible. But then you look at everything around it, and it's just trash.
Like everything that The Force Awakens built to, and what you kind of were expecting, it was such like a letdown, you know. And I mean, a lot of people liked it, but a lot of people hated it too. And
the most divisive.
Yeah,
Star Wars
I would say so. Yeah,
definitely.
Is that your coffee?
Yeah, that's Colby's coffee.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh gosh.
Colby, did you not like Last Jedi also?
Not really. I mean, I liked The Force Awakens a lot more. It really didn't live up to the hype. But the new trailer.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. All of us here really did not like The Last Jedi.
No.
So, yesterday, Star Wars Celebration is going on right now over the weekend. It's a like a Star Wars convention that goes on I think it's every year or something.
Yeah, once a year in April, I think.
Some Twilight cosplayers there, maybe.
Gosh,
dang it.
You have the internet at your fingertips and you can do anything you wanted.
I have.
So yesterday, they released the teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 9, which the title is now Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with that. What do you guys think of that title?
It's awesome. It's an incredible title. It's just super.
Stop. No, it's straight out of a fan fiction. I swear.
It does seem like a YouTube movie that you would see.
Like a really bad put
Right,
together. Yeah, I hate the title. I absolutely hate it.
I think right now it's out of context. I think it's a little weird, but I've seen some theories on why it's that title, and if those turn out to be correct, I could see it being a little better and making more sense. Right now, though, it does seem a little I was expecting a little bit better.
Better, yeah.
It just seems kind of weird, but...
What's a quick summary of the theory? Just a quick theory.
Probably the best one I've heard is that... let's start with the last movie's title. So the last movie's title was The Last Jedi, kind of showing that that whole Sith and Jedi era, it's over, it's done with. And now that there are no more Jedi, the theory is that the new Force users kind of in the middle. I think in Clone Wars and the Rebel show, they're called Grey Jedi. But that they will now be called Skywalkers or something. Which, I mean, it's not my favorite thing to hear, but in terms of making the title make more sense, that makes sense to me. I don't know if that goes well with you guys.
Yeah,
but
I just don't want to the next set of Star Wars movies. So let's say they do 3 more Star Wars movies that aren't about these characters, but they keep referencing, oh, this person's a Skywalker. I just don't know if I want to hear that. You know what I mean?
How come?
I don't know. It's I would just like it where it's
you hate the name Skywalker?
No, I think the next.
Do you hate Star Wars?
No, I like the next set of Star Wars movies they do if they take place after Episode 9, like I would like them to be 100% like completely detached from like any.
I think
events.
that's probably what's going to happen because it sounds like Rian Johnson is still doing his trilogy, which
his is
I
like
don't
Republic
know
stuff,
how
though,
I
right?
feel about that.
Nothing's confirmed.
I don't think so. Like, there's nothing confirmed. If anything, it's speculated that the guys that were involved with Game of Thrones that they would do something like that.
Oh, okay.
That would be cool.
Well, yeah, I think that would be cool. But yeah, it sounds like, I mean, in the trailer they say that the saga, like, the 3 trilogies are going to end, which I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, like, look how much money it makes and how popular it is, you know, despite the fact that some movies are a bit terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At least for a while, I guarantee they won't be making episode 10 like in 2 years or 3 years.
And I'm actually, I don't know, like, I know Rian Johnson really kind of like effed up The Last Jedi, but like I'm still, I guess, kind of okay with him doing his own thing. Like, if he does 3 movies and they're not tied into anything, like if it's his own story that he wants to do stuff with, I kind of am okay with that, because...
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to do this, but if you look at The Last Jedi on its own without knowing anything that came before it about, like, The Force Awakens, even the original trilogy with all the Luke stuff, like, you probably wouldn't think it's that bad of a movie.
No.
But with everything that built up to it, especially the stuff in Force Awakens, and I'll say Return of the Jedi too, because that has a lot of Luke stuff. That's like what everybody wanted Luke to be, and, you know, so based on all of that, it's like, yeah, the movie is, at least in my opinion, our opinion, it sucked. And it was a really big disappointment.
And they set it up for failure that, like, you don't have different like, if you have a trilogy of movies and you don't, like, I guess they didn't have an overall plot for the 3 movies planned out from the get-go. You know what I mean? Like,
I think what they did have, and I don't know if this is true, but I think what they did have is like think of like a roadmap. They had a start and a finish, but they weren't really concerned on exactly how to get there as long as they got there.
Yeah.
But I think they did have at least some idea of this is where we want to end with this.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you go into a trilogy like this and like, well, let's just see where it goes.
Well,
you know,
like,
especially a Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed like, though, because it's like J.J. Abrams built a lot of stuff in The Force Awakens, and like Rian Johnson just kind of undid all of it in his movie. Like, it was just kind of like, okay, well, like, Episode 7 builds a bunch of stuff, and then Episode 8 just destroyed everything. So now you go.
It basically took each question that The Force Awakens asked, and then gave you almost a non-answer to it.
Yeah, they just like wrote off all the storylines. They're just like,
like,
who's Snoke? Oh, it doesn't matter.
He's nobody. It doesn't matter.
Spoilers.
What does Luke do with the lightsaber that he gets in the beginning of the movie? Oh, it's a slapstick joke. He throws it off the cliff. Isn't that funny?
How did the lightsaber even show up again?
Yeah.
Not even discussed.
Yeah.
Not even discussed. Just completely thrown out the window. The girl that could possibly hold the answers to how it was discussed in it for like 2 seconds. And
that was horrible. That was like something out of a bad video game. Like, like, here's some quest you need to go on.
Canto Bite.
See you later.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't even start with
the master code breaker.
I thought he was going to be Lando. I thought Lando was going to show up.
That would have been the perfect way to do it. And the thing that's stupid is they didn't even get the guy that they were originally gonna.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're going here for this specific thing.
They set him up as like the only person that would be able to do this job, and they find this random guy in a cell, and he's fine, he works.
He can do it. Yeah. I did actually like what is it, Del Toro? Benicio. I actually kind of liked his character.
I mean, if he had more of a role,
is he coming? Do you think he's going to be in an episode?
I don't care. I don't know.
I hope he got blown up with the.
No, because he got on a ship. He got on a ship and got out.
I don't know.
I thought the last time you saw him, he was just walking away inside of the big.
There are no good guys. There are no bad guys. Just business.
Well, they had told him they had, like, part of his deal, they gave him a ship or something and some money.
Well, I
thought he just crapped on a ship. Sorry, crapped on money, not a ship, but
but the new trailer looked kind of cool.
Yeah, so let's get to the new trailer. Let's talk about 5-year-old movies. So yeah, the new trailer came out yesterday, and it's called whatever, Rise of Skywalker. The Rise of Skywalker. What do you guys think about the trailer? It showed some cool stuff. It reminded me more of the Force Awakens trailer, and I'm actually
that trailer.
I'm actually kind of excited about it now.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
The trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I watched it, but I didn't... I was with some people when I watched it, so I didn't really get to try and, like, pick it apart and actually... actually try and, like, understand it and ask questions myself, and I just never went back to do it. Okay. But...
Yeah, they showed... it starts with Rey on some desert planet, probably Tatooine, like they're always on.
It's kind of like she just like it opens and she's just like moaning, like and panting. Like,
gosh, it was so awkward. Like, I watched the trailer with my parents last night. I was really excited to show it to him, and it starts, and my dad's like, "It kind of sounds like a porno movie or something." I was like, "Oh, come on!"
It's like J.J. Abrams gonna give the fans what they want.
Well, and that's the way the first the Force Awakens trailer started. It was with Finn like out of breath.
Yeah, because he just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, whoa!
Like, so it starts with her in the desert, running away from, I'm assuming, is Kylo Ren and
the Emperor.
We'll get to that.
She's like doing the.
She does this cool like flip move, and then it does like just a sequence of different shots in the movie. It
goes in slow motion, which when I watched it with my dad pointed out like, hey, that's not really like Star Wars-esque. Like there wasn't a lot of.
He said it's not.
Like it's not because like I don't think it's ever gone into a slow motion kind of thing until the Last Jedi.
Yeah, with the fight with Rey.
With the fight with Rey and Kylo. So I thought it was interesting to point out that they're kind of not sticking to Star Wars.
And it could also be just like a trailer edit. I mean, we
don't
know. It's so early to tell. But yeah, that is true. I'm trying to think of like in the original trilogy and the prequels when it did that, and I don't think
Rey's death scene probably.
It just gets ran over by the TIE fighters.
He pulls up and hits her. That's like the first 5 minutes of the movie. She's just dead. Like,
oh man, what a way to start a movie.
J.J. Abrams like, I'm back, baby.
Oh gosh.
Killed all the characters in the first 10 minutes. It was just like about like Watto.
Okay, anyway, after the TIE fighter scene, what happened? There was a bunch of shots.
Just a bunch of random shots.
Kylo Ren putting his helmet back together.
I'm glad about that because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like looking at the helmet, not his face.
Yeah, he's ugly.
Oh, poor Adam Driver. Like,
I mean, he's a really good actor, and I think he's really good in the role. I think he's probably the best part of this.
Yeah, I think he's the best actor in the new trilogy.
What about Finn and the Asian chick in
Rose?
Oh gosh.
I was watching a video on this trailer.
Last Jedi.
I was watching a video on this trailer yesterday, and they were talking about it, and they were like, "Yeah, I guess the reason why we didn't see Rose is because she's still in a coma and everything." And I'm like, I don't have any memory of her getting in a coma, and it's like that's how much I don't care about. She
saved Finn. Yeah,
she should have just died.
Like who's out there watching these films for her? Nobody.
Nobody. Like, there's nothing wrong with her, like as like an actress or whatever. Like,
no, her character was just written so
lazily,
so poorly.
It felt like she was shoehorned in. And
part of that side quest that like Finn goes
that was awful. Okay, we're back on Last Jedi. Let's go back to the trailer. And so he was rebuilding his helmet. I think they're going to go into more of the Knights of Ren stuff this time.
Hope so.
Because again, in The Last Jedi, they didn't refer to it at all. So hopefully in this movie they go to that.
Patching up things that The Last Jedi kind of...
Right, exactly. So that... what else did they show?
They showed one of the last shots was the Death Star sunken into the ocean.
Yeah.
And
they did. Cool. They did show some scenes with Carrie Fisher. I think they're just unused footage from The Force Awakens and Last Jedi.
Makes sense.
Which I think that's the best way they could do it, because I don't think anybody wanted to see her recast. And when you get into like the CGI stuff, it's like, when when do you stop doing that, and like how good is it going to look? And it's just distracting. So I think she's going to have a very small part in the movie.
Do you think they're killing her off, or are they just going to have her?
I don't know. They might just do like some nice send off for her. I don't see them necessarily like killing her off or having a death scene with her. Or something.
I really still like, not to go back to Last Jedi, but they should have really just killed her in that one.
Yeah, I mean, you see what they're doing. No, that's fine. You see what they're doing with this movie. They're using unused footage to put her in a movie she never shot at all. And then you look at The Last Jedi and you're like, specifically with the scene with, I think her name was Holdo. The other Holdo.
Yeah.
She had a scene.
Laura Dern's.
Yeah, she had a scene in that movie where she sacrifices herself to save the Resistance for a couple more hours. Which that was a really cool scene too, by the way. Just the whole image of that with the ship flying through the ships.
Besides the fact that it breaks the whole universe.
But you look at that scene and you're like, wait a minute, this is the ultimate sacrifice to keep this group of people going. Why would they not have repurposed that scene to have Leia do that? Not only would it work as a amazing last act for that character, but now you have this other female leader person to like take over that role.
Yeah. Well, then, like, I
thought about this way too much. That scene just pissed me off.
Even if they could have done a little bit of CG for that too, just a little bit. Like one scene of
I mean,
reuse old lines. May the Force be with you is like one of the last things she says, or something like that.
Yeah.
Anything.
I mean, they created a freaking CGI faced Tarkin. They could easily have done something.
You may fire when ready.
Because now, like, that Laura Dern character, she's in some of the other, like, books and comics and stuff, but she's in the movie, like, barely at all, and that character is just nothing. Yeah. They could have done a lot with her. Anyway, so they have Leia in this movie, probably for a little bit.
Lando,
yeah. I'm excited for him. Billy D. Williams is coming back as Lando.
Super excited about that.
Riding in the Millennium Falcon.
They'll probably kill him in some stupid way too.
I think if you're J.J. Abrams, you have to keep you have to keep Lando alive at least. You've killed off Han. Leia's pretty much either destined to death or she's not in the movie that much. Then you've got Luke basically killed off one with the Force or whatever. Like, what else is there do you have remaining? Like, I guess you can kill off all the old characters, but it's like, that's not something that I would want to see. You know,
there's no reason to do it. Yeah. You can easily have the next generation of characters come in without
scorching every single last character.
And it's just
in the original trilogy.
It sucks because you didn't even get the scene in Force Awakens where you saw the original trilogy or original people together again. You know, you didn't see the Han, Leia, Luke reunion.
You didn't see Han and Lando, which is what.
Yeah, you didn't see Han and Lando, and
I mean, close friends, smugglers. You know, like, got a lot of history together. Not together at all.
But anyway, so he's back in. I don't know what part he's playing, but I mean, he's playing Lando. I don't know how big of a part he's playing. So yeah, he was flying the Millennium Falcon and some other scenes, and then
there's some other shots with like Poe and Finn just kind of
like in the desert or something. And then the very last scene of the trailer, they're on some planet looking over the ocean, like off a big cliff or something, and out in the distance you see the destroyed parts of the Death Star. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming it's the Death Star 2. Because it would make more sense if it was.
That's actually Yavin 4, and it's the original Death Star.
Because isn't the first one completely like descent, like it's gone.
Well, the second one does too, but the thing about the first one is it's like nowhere near any type of terrain.
Kind of out in space. The other one was over Endor.
Yeah.
You actually see chunks falling off from the destruction, which just makes it more believable that that's it. So they might even be on Endor. I don't know, but
that would kind of be cool. Just kind of have
tie into the last part.
Dude,
Ewoks are awesome.
I swear if they bring Ewoks back, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna walk out of the theater. I hate Ewoks. I hate Ewoks.
Really?
They're childish.
Dude, they're the best. They're like mini Wookiees.
Yeah. You know what would have been better if they had mini Wookiees instead?
I mean, that's basically what they are.
No, they're teddy bears. Like Wookiees would have been awesome.
They'd kill and destroy stormtroopers.
They were gonna eat all the main characters. Like they were literally gonna.
Yeah, they were burning them alive.
I know, and that's kind of cool. But it would have been cool. I'm just kidding. A lot of missed potential. Imagine Kashyyyk from.
Well, that was actually the original plan. Was instead of Endor and the Ewoks, they were going to do Kashyyyk and have Wookiees, but I think just the cost was a big issue with it. And so they literally just shrunk them down.
But imagine what could have been. That's my point. Imagine what could have been.
I mean, I still like the Endor Ewok stuff. I know a lot of people don't, but So anyway, you see the Death Star destroyed in the ocean, and cuts to black, and then probably like the most gasp moment of the trailer, you hear the Emperor laughing.
The Senate.
I'm the Senate. And I mean, who knows what it means at this point, but it was just kind of shocking and cool to hear.
And it is confirmed that he's in the movie. Yep. It is confirmed.
In some aspect, he is in the movie. And I don't know if you guys were watching Star Wars Celebration or not, but when they were showing the trailer, they showed it for the first time. Everyone cheered at the end, and then the screen that was playing it lifted up, and Ian McDiarmid, the guy that played the Emperor, was sitting there with a mic. And everyone's like cheering and everything, and he like pauses for a little bit, and then he just goes, "Roll it again." And so they just watch the trailer again.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he's obviously gonna play some part in the movie. Who knows exactly how significant? But
I'm excited, but then at the same time, it's like, is it actually gonna be like him in the flesh, or is it like some kind of?
I don't know. I mean, there's
like,
I don't know exactly the rules of the Sith. I've heard, like, unlike the Jedi, how they can come back as Force ghosts, the Sith can't. But I don't know if that's actually true now with some stuff that they've.
I mean, there's definitely could bring him back as just a character. Like he could have definitely.
They could do that, like, they could do flashbacks. They could do what they did in Battlefront 2 and some comics. They had him in like messages and these like creepy looking cyborg robot things. So I mean, they could do anything, but yeah, in some capacity he'll be back. So yeah,
exciting.
Yeah, I honestly, like, until this trailer came out, I really didn't care. I was more excited since it was JJ coming back, but yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. I just hope they write it well, if it's some
I think
cheesy,
so, yeah.
like, fan servicey, like, oh, here's Palpatine, just because I'm not going to be that happy.
They just cut him in half after he's on the screen. 5 seconds.
I see everything you do. Gets cut in half, like, without him knowing, like...
I see your saber trying to strike me true, and I'm dead. Let me stick my tongue out.
Oh, so gross. The hand. Okay, anyway, back to the Last Jedi. It all goes back to the Last Jedi.
Unfortunately. Anyway, do you guys have any last closing comments about it?
I hope Rose dies.
Wow. The hate.
Well, I'm just fine if she has like a minor role. Or, I mean, actually, honestly, I'm fine if she's in it if they just write her character better in this film.
Yeah.
Well, she needs redeeming qualities.
She has like a redeeming...
like a death scene.
Or a personality.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Not just like...
I'm sure the actress is a wonderful person, but...
I felt bad
but
for
her character...
She got a lot of hate mail on it.
Yeah, which is dumb. It's like those dumb idiots that like all they care about is Star Wars. They're like, my child
You ruined it. It's like, shut up. Like,
it's like, get a life. It's a movie.
Yeah.
That's just terrible.
Anyway, so I hear something about some child onboard stickers or something you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to bring up a problem I have with people. Real life. This is some real life stuff. Like, you see people like driving down the road and they got all their dumb stickers on the back of their cars, and some of them say like "child on board" and it's like a caution sign. So it's like, "Oh, please don't like run me off the road," or like, "Please don't get in a head-on collision with me." And it's like, all right, fine. Like, I'm not trying to kill your kid. Like, you know, like, but. The other day, I saw somebody driving down the road, and they had the child on board sticker, but at the same time, they were smoking a cigarette in their car with a kid in the back seat, like in the.
Also smoking a cigarette.
No. Like,
lighten it up.
Here, you want a puff, kid?
But like, I have a problem. Like, it's.
Yeah, Star Wars. Anyway,
I feel like that's me if I'm a Star Wars character. You're
the creepy guy hanging out in the bars trying to sell death sticks.
Some death sticks.
Want to buy some death sticks?
But yeah, like, so this chick's just smoking a cigarette in her car, but also has like the child on board thing. It's like, you're doing more harm to your child by smoking in the car than like anybody's ever gonna do. Like nobody's like, you know, like you're doing like slow damage to your kid every time you drive with them and smoke.
I want to ask how much they think it affects another person's driving, like, once they have the sticker on there. Like,
yeah, like,
is someone gonna see that sticker and go, "Oh my goodness, they have a child on board. I'm going to slow down, and I'm going to merge slower, and I'm going to treat them like special."
I'm sure it's true, but, you know, probably most accidents like that are caused by people under the influence. Are they going to see that sign and go, "You know what, I'm going to sober right up before I smash into that car"?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
And it's only in the back of the car. Like, so it's only if you're following behind them like 5 feet away that you can actually see it. So it's like,
oh yeah,
intersection accidents, like if somebody T-bones you, they don't know.
People who aren't paying attention are not going to read the bumper sticker anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
they're just going to smash. They won't see your car, but they'll see the sticker on the back of the car.
It's like, child on board. What's that mean?
It also makes me want to have a sticker that just says, "There's a life on board, my life." You know, it's like I get it. Like, no one wants to injure a child or something in a car accident, but it's like, why isn't that sticker on every single car? There's a life in this car right now, you know.
Just get one that says "no child on board." Like, you can kill me. Like, it's fine. It's fine. There's no kids here. Like, hit me and kill me, please.
At least, like, insurance money somehow. Please. Like, I don't know how that works yet, but I'm sure you get money.
Money now.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, that's just dumb. Like, I was like, what the...
And you know they're bad drivers.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, like, beforehand that they don't live up to their own principles.
Well, I've seen people too, like, somebody had one on there that's like child on board, and I like could see she was texting and driving. I'm like,
that's the worst.
I'm like, okay, like, all right, like, you're the idiot. Like, you are the moron. Like,
I saw somebody yesterday who was literally just texting and driving. Like, they had both hands on the phone. No hands on the wheel, looking down at their phone, and they were going 30 miles per hour. Just straight. And this was over the Maple Street Bridge, which is...
There's a merge there.
There's a merge.
Isn't there?
No, I don't think so. But it's just, for those that don't know, Maple Street Bridge is a pretty busy bridge.
Yeah.
That's near the downtown area. And it's just like, you are like crazy to do that. Like, how
it's a high traffic, there's a lot of frequent stops.
High traffic.
Yeah.
Like, just, it blows my mind how people can actually justify, "Oh, I'm just gonna not pay attention to the person in front of me." Like,
I justify it sometimes, but I don't have a kid on board.
It makes me wonder, does like the people with those stickers on the car, do they have like some weird like immunity to other people with the stickers on their cars? Like, they're like, "Well, I have that sticker, so I don't have to driving carefully around you."
It's okay, because it only applies to me. It only applies to me.
Yeah.
They like wreck somebody, and like officers like, "Excuse me," like, "No, if you just check the sticker
look on the back of my car, you'll notice that."
Yeah, like, it's just retarded. Like,
also, they always put it on like the back window. It's like, you're blocking part of your view.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
I don't support sticker bombing anybody's car. There should be no stickers on your car.
Yeah.
Ever.
I've seen people lately in my apartment, like the parking lot.
You're gonna call them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna call them out. People that live here. Dutch Bros gives out stickers first of every month.
No.
And I get the stickers and I put them on. I have a toolbox in my van. I put them on my toolbox in my van. Like it's a $200 toolbox. It's whatever. Like you just throw stickers on it. But there are people at my apartment that live here and they have like the newest months and they're putting them on like their window on the back of their car, like these stickers from Dutch Bros.
I'm pretty sure at some point that's illegal.
Yeah, like, and also it's like they're cool stickers, but it's like I can justify putting on something that costs like a couple $100, but like you're putting stickers on your like thousands of dollar like vehicle and it doesn't look like
it looks tacky.
It looks trashy. Not to mention they're regular stickers. They're not like supposed to go. They're not a bumper sticker.
No.
They're not supposed to be on your car window or anything like that.
No.
Reselling your car is going to be a nightmare.
Oh yeah, like it's like you see the ones that have like 20 of them on like the back bumper or whatever. Like when
Nobody wants to buy that.
It's like, and they're always the same ones. It's like the coexist one.
Yeah, it's coexist.
There's definitely a
Pacific
Bernie
Northwest
2016 on there. Yeah, like.
Oh my god.
There's the Monster Energy drink with the 3 slashes.
That's on a truck. Those are on trucks typically.
Gosh. Yeah.
I think the most peak like eye roll that I've seen is there were 3 stickers. There was a Washington State University logo. There was a Love is Love Gay Pride logo and a Bernie 2020. I was just like, man, you just like it just boggles my mind how you can care that much about politics to just show it off on your car
or whatever
like,
it is.
I understand being passionate about
Yeah.
like progressive or conservative movements. I understand that it's just your own personal beliefs, your own personal ideology. But like being able to like slap it everywhere on your car is just like okay.
Yeah.
Like,
well, like what Colby said is like whatever like you believe in or care about. Why would you put it on your car?
yeah.
Like
yes.
Yeah.
Put it on your wallpaper in your computer or something. You know?
It's personal, you know. Yeah.
It's like the people that get like the tattoos, like the person has like a photorealistic tattoo of like Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones. And people have those, or like Amelia Clark's like character, like full on like their whole sleeve is like their face or whatever, like, and it's like oh my gosh, like you look like it's a great looking like it's like it's fine art, but like
right. But there's literally someone's face on your arm
like
now.
someone's character from a fit like on your arm, like
Yeah.
and like you have that forever, like 40 years from now when they've like remade Game of Thrones, they're like, oh, you have the old Game of Thrones tattoo, and you're like, oh, it's not.
And then you gotta like artist over it somehow, but then it looks even worse than before.
How do you artist over something that's on your whole entire arm? Like, how do you?
I don't know, man.
Just go completely
There's
black.
some magicians out there for tattoos. They just do stuff.
You just wave a wand at it. Magic's
Abracadabra.
Yeah.
So, video games.
Oh,
Landon, you've been playing Bioshock, right?
Platinumed it.
Platinumed it?
I'm the goat.
Are you though?
Platty.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm the best.
How many platinums do you have?
I have 12.
12.
Out of how many?
Oh.
That platinum to game ratio.
I don't have many, but I have
How many of them? Okay, you can cross out all the Telltale games. Okay. Like those do not count as platinums.
Wait, those are most of my platinums. Those do.
The impressive ones I have that I feel like are actually like legit is like Bioshock, Fallout 4,
Rainbow Six Siege.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears put into that one. I'm trying to think of other ones. Those are my
top 3.
Oh, Far Cry 5, Far Cry 4, Far Cry New Dawn.
Did you get a Batman Asylum?
No, I got most of the trophies, but the challenge rooms.
Oh, right.
I think we talked about that.
Yeah, you suck.
But,
yeah.
you know.
I only have 4 platinums. I'm kind of jealous. 2 of them are visual novels, too, so it's like,
Yeah,
2 of them don't count.
Yeah, I have a handful of Telltale games or like visual novels, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some are definitely worth like more. Like I still think some games like a visual novel. Like if you play the game for like 30 hours, if it's like a 30-hour game, like I feel like that's fine for like a platinum. Like
well, then I guess I have 4 platinums then.
But I mean, it definitely feels like more satisfying. Like a game like Fallout 4 or like Bioshock, where like you actually have to like
getting that happiness meter up to 100%. The settlement.
That's a BS trophy. Like it took forever. Like you're just like your settlement doesn't even look like a happy place because it's just everybody's just manning like hospital stations and like nobody's doing anything. They're just all stationary. Like it's. I actually hate that game now because of getting that platinum.
Really?
Yeah, I was so done with it. Like.
Dang.
But, so did you play Bioshock when it came out originally?
No. I played it.
Probably like 12 when that came out.
When it was it 2007?
Yeah,
I think it was 2000.
Wait, no, you were younger than that.
I would have been 10.
It's like I was probably 12.
Yeah.
It would have been 10 in 2007.
That's
I remember. I actually do have
game.
I have distinct memories of seeing it on the shelf, like the PC version on the shelf at Target, and being disturbed out of my mind, like looking at the cover because like it's just the Big Daddy and like the little sister. I remember looking at it and be like, that game's messed up. Like that's a bad game. Like anybody that would
And
play
look
that,
at
like,
you
yeah,
now.
nah, I'm just
You're
saying.
going straight to hell if you play this game.
Yeah, it's like the thought. I'm like, this is
Burn.
I'm like looking at it. I'm like, this game looks dark. Like, this
Now
game's
you
sick.
belong on a game like that.
One of the
Okay.
slicers or whatever.
Spicers.
A little kid's gonna go look at
Oh,
a game,
God.
see you on the front, and be like, "Oh, that
Yeah,
that
it's
game
called,
looks
it's
messed
called
up."
HVACR.
Yeah, because I just beat Bioshock for the first time about 3 weeks ago, something like that. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. For those of you that enjoy like first person, just kind of exploration / kind of horror suspenseful kind of stuff, you would really enjoy it. But I think my favorite thing about it was definitely the atmosphere.
Yeah, the
For
world,
sure.
the world of like Rapture is like one of the best game worlds.
Oh yeah, for sure. Reminded me a lot of Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime is like, if you want a similar game, there's no good way to play it unless you have a Wii or a Wii U. But
Reminded me of episode 1.
on Tatooine or Naboo, which one, Michael?
Naboo?
Naboo.
You know, underwater Gungan City.
Oh
No. You should follow me now, Wookiee Dave.
That should be a mod for Bioshock. Like all the splicers are Gungans. Like
Jar Jar Binks is like the final boss.
You run into a Big Daddy. It's like, you saw big doo doo this time.
all the Big Daddies are Boss Nass or whatever his name is.
What would the little sisters be? Just like,
I don't know.
Little
I
Anakins.
just want I want to think of like Jar Jar.
are you an angel? It's even funnier because in the game there's like, look, Mr. V, an angel,
Yeah.
or something like
It's like
that.
little Anakin walking around with Boss Nass.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Atlas is Jar Jar. I want to do a Jar Jar voice, like saying like, "Would you kindly?"
Ah man, I don't.
Like,
on
I
the
wanna-
spot. Let's
I
hear
want
it.
to try to do it, but I can't.
You'll just end up
Would you
sounding like
kindly?
Smeagol.
I don't know. That was so bad. I can't do it again.
Okay, so Bioshock was good.
Great game, top 10 for me, I think.
I think at least some of us are looking forward to Days Gone. It's coming out. When is it coming out?
26th, I think.
April
I
26th?
think it's April 26th.
April
I
26th.
think so.
It's the same day as Avengers. No way. You can't.
April-
You can't go buy the game on the date
Days
of the
Gone or
Avengers.
Avengers? Which one are you gonna pick?
I don't know. They'll both probably let us down.
Honestly, probably. Yeah, because with Days Gone, it looks cool. Okay, it looks cool, but I just don't want. Not interested. It's just like, oh, cool. Another zombie game that's got a horde in it.
I think it's going to be a fun game. I don't think it's going to be anything special, though. Like, I think you'll play it. Like, I think it'll be fun. Like, I'm sure it's like one of those games where, like, checkbox kind of like...
Dude, but
Even with the
you get a
waste.
motorcycle?
No.
You can, like, drive around?
I mean, that sort of seems cool.
You can customize your motorcycle?
I mean, you can customize everything and anything now. Like,
Dude, you wear this cool biker jacket.
and you have a wife that's lost or dead. No. What an original plot point.
And you're Sam Witwer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, anybody besides you cares about
Just the way that Sony's been treating it too. It's just like, oh, they're kind of casting it aside. It's
Well,
been delayed.
it's like it's taken
been-
them like 8 years to make it. So
It's like they're just trying to get it out the door. It feels like just like please leave. You're not. It's like, you know, that guest that stays too long at your house or your apartment or something.
about
It's
it
just
right
like trying to kick him out the door. Like, please leave.
Is that when Landon wants to finish this podcast like as soon as possible?
So, Landon, you want to close this out?
No.
Or-
No, Days Gone looks fun. I think that'll be just a fun 20, 30 hours.
23.
Don't think it's going to be Game of the Year, though.
Oh, no.
Probably
way.
not. Well,
Game
it's
of the
coming
Year.
out so early, too, that it's like...
It's hard for Game of the Year. That's why God of War, I was really surprised when it won Game
It
of the
shouldn't
Year.
have. I haven't
You
played
Red
Red
Dead.
Dead.
Got a Red Dead fanboy over here.
I gotta beat God of War soon. I gotta get back into it.
You gotta beat it so I can borrow it.
I don't have it on disc.
Let me borrow your PS4.
Just trade PS4.
Yeah, I got one.
I would trade you PS4.
Mine's better than yours anyway.
My PS4 is almost crapping out. Like,
Yeah.
wouldn't turn on the other day.
No,
I'm
I still
like,
need to
oh,
play
no.
Detroit Become Human.
Detroit's really good.
Yeah.
It's really
I got that
fun.
one.
I
It's like a higher budget, like Telltale game.
Yeah. Sounds like something I'd like.
Yeah, since you have like every Telltale game ever on your PS4.
Yeah.
I can't get into Telltale games.
Gosh, they're so fun. When I first started playing them, I didn't think I'd like them at all.
Right.
But really the story is what you're there for, not really the gameplay.
Right.
But the stories are just so engrossing and just draw you in, and you want to be invested in the characters.
Have you played the Borderlands one?
No,
that one's
Dave was
so
telling me
good.
about it, though.
That one's so good.
That sounds fun. Speaking of Borderlands 3 is coming out this year, right?
September 13th.
Just got revealed a couple weeks ago.
I love Borderlands.
Shut up.
I do love Borderlands.
Like,
you have not proven that to me at all.
I played the whole game on PC.
I don't care. You play crappy games all the time. Every time we've tried to play Borderlands together, you're always like,
I get stressed.
you guys are 2 levels ahead of me. I hate this.
I get stressed.
I'm leaving now.
I actually get stressed out.
I'm going to play Baking Jump Man.
It's a fun game. I actually do get stressed out playing co-op games. Like, it stresses me out.
Like, you feel like
like
people are stealing
you
your
have to
kills all the
perform.
time?
Well, no. I feel like I get frustrated because, like, we'll play for 2 hours, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to be done, but like everybody else keeps wanting like to keep playing, and it's like, well, I have to keep playing then, or I'll fall behind.
Wait, why?
Like, especially
how
with
long do you play Rainbow Six for?
Typically 45 minutes at a time. We typically don't play that game very long. We play
More-
like one
more
or two
not
matches.
anymore. There was
It
one
feels
day.
like a lot.
But
when I'm sitting in another
yeah,
lobby
it
in a
does.
different game waiting for you guys to finish, it's like this is
also
going
with
on for
Rainbow
6
Six.
hours.
Also for Rainbow Six Siege, though, the progress is not like you're not leveling a character up. You have all the operators; they have their base guns, so like you can just hop in for a match, leave. If everybody else keeps playing, like it's fine. Like each match is its own contained thing. Like
Each match is independent.
Borderlands 2 is inherently like it is a single player campaign that you can play with friends. So it's like if we play for 5 hours together, and then like I'm busy one day and you guys play 3 more hours without me, and I come back, like my character is basically obsolete for like what you guys are doing, because I'll be like
You can
5
catch up though.
No, but it's not fun. Like that game is not fun when you are under level. I know it's a
It's
joke.
just
but,
more
like,
challenging.
well, no, you literally don't do any damage to any of the enemies. Like
You
if
do,
no,
just
but,
not as much.
but if you're 5 levels ahead of me, my bullets do like 1/5 of the damage.
well, that's what we're there for. We kill it for you.
But then it's no fun. There's no like I'm just dying over. And
But you
over
still
again.
level up.
All right, you don't understand my point. It's fine.
No, I'm pretty sure I do.
No, it's good. So I'll probably play Borderlands 3 by myself probably, and just play the game because that's how I probably will play it.
I mean, like I bought the Handsome Collection, like half a year ago. I played the pre-sequel once with Ben, and for one time, like for 2 hours, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm done, because I don't know. It's just the game seems fun, but like I would be a lot more fun with 4 people. Like so when.
You're also playing it with the best gamer of all time, Ben Stewart.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
You
Friend
listen
of
to
the
him
show.
when he tells you to do something in the game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just always the right thing.
Okay. All right.
The pre-sequel isn't as good as 2.
Yeah,
either.
I immediately got that because I played a little bit of 2 and it was pretty fun, and then the pre-sequel I was like,
My main reason for playing 2 is I thought that the game's funny. Like I think the game is like,
Yeah,
legitimately
it's
"I'll
funny.
never take me alive."
Yeah. Yeah, like I just do. I played it for the writing because I thought it was like it's actually one of the few games that's actually like legitimately funny. Like
Stairs, my worst enemy.
that's so funny. Like it's so good. Like
So when does the Telltale, when does that take place in the timeline, or is it?
it takes place after. It's after 2.
After 2. Okay.
Yeah, I think the 2 main characters from that game are in the 3rd one.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going to play as semi-significant or like at least be characters.
Okay. Kind of like how 2 was with the first one.
Yeah.
Right.
I did hear though, because Troy Baker voiced the character in the Telltale version. I guess he's not going to be back voicing the guy in the 3rd one though, but the character will be there. So
I like Troy Baker. He does a
great.
lot of good
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Troy Baker was Joel, right?
He's Joel. He's Booker DeWitt in Bioshock Infinite as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's okay. He's a good voice actor. Him and Nolan North are like the.
Well, he's Nathan Drake's brother in Uncharted 4.
I mean, it makes sense.
They do a show together too. Nolan North and
They have a
Troy
YouTube
Baker.
channel,
Yeah,
don't they?
they do.
Oh, they do.
Like
Yeah.
Retro Replay or something.
Yeah. I've seen some episodes. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
They're like the 2 like people that do like all the voices.
All the
like,
voices in every
Pretty
video
much.
game.
Yeah.
Like,
They're in like every single video game. Then
you know how there's
Keith
like
David.
You know how there's the Kevin Bacon connection, like where it's like how many
the Kevin Bacon game.
Yeah, the Kevin Bacon game where I want to do the Nolan North and Troy Baker video game. So like, how many video games does it take to connect yourself to Troy Baker?
They should release that
North?
as a video game.
Maybe. Then you can have like
leaderboards. I've never heard of this Kevin Bacon thing. What's that?
So basically, it's how like let's say this actor is in this movie. Okay, this actor is also in this movie who has Kevin Bacon in it. Okay. So that has a Kevin Bacon score of 1. So
okay.
So you could do like long chains of like, oh, this actor was in this movie, this movie, this movie, and Kevin Bacon I think is the shortest one. Like is one of the shortest ones. It's that or Christopher Lee I think. Yeah. It's pretty short to because with all the recent stuff Christopher Lee's done in his late life, is like easy to connect him back to.
Plus, Christopher Lee was like in over 200 movies.
Yes, that's yeah. He has a lot, but even the most recent, like my point being, even the most recent actors, like he was in like the Hobbit,
more like relevant stuff today.
More relevant stuff today. You can even connect the more relevant people,
like all the Star Wars stuff.
All Star Wars stuff, yeah. Like Ewan McGregor. Oh, he was freaking like episode 2 and 3.
Oh, the Winnie the Pooh movie. Christopher Lee. All right.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I do wish to make that game, but maybe it'll never come to fruition.
Maybe.
You just put the disc in and it just gets you on the internet.
Maybe the Wikipedia page.
IMDb. Oh, okay.
Maybe Jesse can make it for you after he gets out.
Jesse, after he gets his
game once he moves to Virginia and then...
makes a game.
Gets involved with the huge... game companies over there.
Yeah.
Jesse's gonna be the richest of us all. Like
well, not as rich as his dad though.
Yeah, no one will ever be that rich.
He has so much money. It's oh my gosh.
Okay, so video games that we have been playing, but one that we all might get and play. I don't know yet, but there's a World War Z game coming out this week.
3 days.
3 days?
Yeah.
It's a 4-person co-op kind of survival zombie game that...
Yeah.
Kind of just...
I know it's a co-op experience, so, I know how you feel about those.
Well, it depends. If it's more arcadey, then it's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in which it does kind of look arcadey.
It does, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's... I mean, if you played Left 4 Dead, it looks like a third-person Left 4 Dead game.
Yeah.
It looks cool. We saw some game footage on it and it looked fun.
It just looks frantic, like hundreds and hundreds of enemies.
I saw some other videos on it, and there's a lot of like customization with weapons and your character and stuff. So looks like a lot you can do there.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Customization, the #1 feature in the world.
Skins are like loot boxes.
Oh man, monetization. Don't even get me started on that.
The loot boxes.
It's getting out of control. Monetization of video games. It's
Were you there when Jordan said how much he spent on Fortnite?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a friend named Jordan who spent $650 or something like that on Fortnite skins.
I was not there for that.
Yeah, no, it was just me, Landon, and
tell me
Jordan.
that's not
No,
true.
in the PlayStation party.
It's
not a joke.
It's not a joke. I wanted to vomit. Like, dude,
that's
I was joking around with him. He's like, I've spent a lot. I'm like, what, like $100, $200? And he's like, let me do the math. And he's like, $650. I was like, oh my.
What the frick?
And he's like, but it's over a year, so it's like, I'm like, no.
It doesn't matter.
Imagine paying $650 a year for a service like Spotify.
Yeah.
No, Fortnite is free. Like, I understand maybe $50 to $60 on skins because you didn't pay anything for Fortnite.
I probably paid it around.
That makes me hate Fortnite even more.
I put in about like, I don't know, probably $60, but that's because I bought like
a couple of season passes.
Like the $10 battle pass. Actually,
I bought a couple of $20.
Yeah, I bought a couple of 20, and I only played for like 3 seasons of it, which was only like a year.
Yeah, 3, 4, and 5 I think is what we played together.
The only thing I've put in the game is my time, which is
almost
worse.
Too much.
It's almost worse than money.
Too much.
Wait, that was my most played game last year. I think was Fortnite.
Dude, yeah, same. Because we all played it in January. We played like a ton of it in January.
Well, we played
and also
it
counts if your app's suspended too. It counts that time. So like, Fortnite probably was a lot of the time that I was watching Netflix too, because you have that. You know, you pop in for a little bit of Netflix and have that app open. So
yeah.
Now I'm trying to close applications when I watch TV shows so I can keep that timer down. Yeah. Or like leave it up on like some like single player game and be like, oh wow, you played Bioshock for 100 hours. Wow, you really mastered that.
But see, you do that with some game and then they look at it and like, wow, you like don't have any bronze trophies at all.
What? You played the Perils of Baking for 80 hours?
It just shows you're a degenerate.
Yeah, I am a degenerate.
So, Colby, since we can't get you to shut up, what was you went to a hockey game?
Yeah, I did.
And I heard there was some other stuff going on besides hockey.
Yeah, so
that sounds weird. So please explain it.
Okay, so it's playoff hockey in the WHL, the Western Hockey League. So the hometown.
Go Americans!
All right.
Wait, what?
So the Spokane Chiefs is the team here, and it's round 2 of the playoffs. So they're playing Everett, and the Chiefs were leading the series. It's best of 7. They were leading 3-0. So it's first to win 4 games. Game 4 was last night in Spokane, so I went with a couple of my coworkers and.
A couple of your coworkers, huh?
Yeah.
Can you please finish the story?
Okay, yeah. Shut up. Don't let him distract you.
So the officiating was just absolutely trash throughout the entire game. But late game, towards the end of the third period, the Chiefs had cut the lead to 1 goal, and the crowd was ecstatic. And the refs kind of like grouped up, and they ended up waiving the call. And so there were just tons and tons of boos.
So they took the goal off.
They took the goal off. Everybody was not happy.
Why did they take the goal off? Sorry.
They said it was goaltender interference, but I mean,
it wasn't.
It wasn't. I mean, they played the video up on like the big screen, and everybody saw. So everybody was pretty livid, and so the Chiefs tried to get back in it again. Everett scored another goal, so the boos just got louder and louder, and then the refs started handing out penalties to the Chiefs. Gave one of them a game misconduct for squirting water on one of the referees, which I mean I think it's funny, but I wouldn't give him a game misconduct. Anyway, so the entire crowd, after booing for a long time, they just started to chant, "Refs, you suck! Refs, you suck!" Did so that good. For 4 or 5 minutes straight. When the boos kind of quieted down towards the end of the game. 30 seconds left, I'd say. I decided, we need a little more hate. So
the toxic one. The toxic one is always.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
So, being the hero I am, I screamed at the top of my lungs, "The referees hate kids," and everybody loved it, and it thrived. The crowd thrived. So they just started chanting again.
Yeah.
Somebody yelled out that the referees were worse in the NFC Championship game.
Oh god.
Those referees were bad. So
I guess they're bad.
Isn't the same refs tonight?
I don't know. They usually rotate refs, but it could be. I hope it's not, but it'd also be pretty interesting to see if it was.
They just keep doing terrible calls. They're like, "Screw you, fans."
Is the game in Spokane tonight as well? Or?
Yeah.
We should go to that game. You guys want to go to that game?
I don't know.
Game 5 hockey series.
You can't just throw something on like that.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I want to go see a hockey game. Sorry if that's.
Well, since you didn't give me a coffee, you can.
Are you kidding? I'm sorry.
I would
sorry.
I would like to point out before we started the podcast, Landon made me coffee, and it's.
Have you gotten it yet?
No, it's still
out there.
Wow, Landon.
He heard the timer go off, and he did nothing about it.
So we all pause really quick, like fire alarm or something, and then it's like, "Oh, coffee's ready." Never, Landon never got up, never spoke about it again, and just Landon's getting it now.
He's a horrible host.
Oh boy, a cup of coffee for Colby. Oh.
Didn't even let him pick his own mug.
It's black.
Do you want any milk or sugar?
How about you put some spilk in it?
How strong is it?
It's really strong. It's just really hot.
You complain that I take forever. I was saving you from the hot coffee. And then you complain.
I don't like how intense you are.
There's some tension in the air right now. I just kind of want to step out.
I don't know if you should be drinking that. Landon's a little too happy. You started sipping out.
Landon's like, my plan finally come to fruition.
Would you like some coffee, Mick?
Oh, no. I'm good. Thanks, though.
I wouldn't like any coffee either. Thank you, Landon.
I didn't ask you.
All right, so any closing thoughts? Anything else we want to talk about before we wrap up?
How's the coffee?
Bitter.
Just like Landon.
No, I'm good.
All right, well, anything?
Nope, I am okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was this episode. Thanks for...
We should say you can...
So there was something you wanted to talk about.
I just remembered it now. Like you can check out our podcast on iTunes.
What's this podcast called?
Hot+keys podcast.
Hot+keys podcast.
Hot+keys podcast. You can check it out on iTunes, Google Play, Castbox, I think. And I think we put them on YouTube as well. So
Yep. YouTube channel.
check us out.
Podcast.
Leave some kind reviews if you want or not. You can try.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Smash that like button.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Farewell.